Think of the most confident person you know. They have strong body language, they always know the right thing to say, and when they enter a room, people notice. When they speak, people listen. You may think this person has never had a single insecure thought, but you know what? We all struggle with how to overcome self-doubt, including the most confident among us. Hey guys, it's me again, Malak from the MTZ Weekly Podcast, the show where you learn something new every time you join us. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook by typing MTZ Weekly Podcast. We are really active on Instagram. And if you love to stay updated, you can also follow us on Twitter. Our account is MTZ Podcast. That's MTZ Podcast on Twitter. Yes, we'd love to have you there. So let's get started. Now, in this episode, we're going to cover a few things. First of all, we're going to have a look at how do you know if you have self-doubt? And then, what is self-doubt in the first place? How do you overcome it? And so, starting with, I'm going to ask you a few questions for yourself to consider whether you have self-doubt or not. So, here are some questions you can ask yourself to see if you're experiencing self-doubt. And it's okay, every person at some point in their life does go through this period, doubting themselves and not having enough confidence. So, first question is, do you feel unsure about yourself? Is that a yes or a no? And keep the answer to yourself. Do you lack confidence in the outcomes of your efforts? That's the second question. And the third question is, do you often question your beliefs and attitudes? Or are you always indecisive? So if the answer is yes to most of these questions, then yes, you do have self-doubt, but it is not a big deal. As I've told you before, every person in their lives does go through this period. It is very normal. We are all humans, and it's okay not to feel confident all the time. It's just the fact that we have to deal with these emotions. How can we overcome them? How can we know what they are? First, we have to identify them and then know what they are, and then solve the problem. So it is okay. I'd just like to start this episode by a quote by Tony Robbins. He once said, "I don't have to get rid of the fear. I just have to dance with it. Just take it easy. It's not a big deal. You can't ignore the fact that there's gonna be fear. There's gonna be self-doubt. There's gonna be whatever thing you're having problems with. It's just that you have to realize it, accept it, and then learn to live with it and find better solutions. So just dance with it. You know what I mean? And especially achievers, they have mastered this dance, and they use the self-doubt as a fuel to reach higher and go faster and be stronger. And I'm sure you can too. It's not a big thing. Now, if we have a look at what is self-doubt, it's the fact that you're experiencing feelings of uncertainty about one or more aspects of yourself. A lot of the time it's you having low levels of self-criticism. You know what I mean? At some point, this self-criticism, it can be a good source of motivation to get you going, to motivate you to work hard on yourself, to become a better version of yourself, and to inspires you to work harder, and improve your skills. Also improves your confidence, increases your confidence. But if we're talking about your abilities, the thing is, the self-doubt is when you have a lack of confidence about yourself and your abilities. It's a mindset that holds you back from succeeding and believing in yourself. And I'll tell you once a quote said by William Shakespeare. He said, "Our doubts are traitors and make us lose the good we often might win by fearing to attempt." It is a very important thing to realize the fears you have, the issues you're struggling with, wherever they may be, self-confidence, motivation, body image, whatever it may be. You just have to accept it. Okay, that's a big thing. Now, self-doubt, it can be caused by a lot of factors. Some people just are born like this, and then there are other majors or factors that do affect self-doubt. First thing is you have the way your parents have treated you before when you were a child. It does really affect your personality, and it would have led you to become a person having self-doubt, especially if your parents are arrogant. You may swing to the extreme. So it all depends on your parents' characteristics. You may become too modest or unconfident. It depends on your parents, and they do have effect on you as a child. So it all develops from childhood. So the first cause of having self-doubt is your parents, We're not going to judge here, not generalize as well, just talking about some scenarios. Okay? The second thing is past experiences. You might have gone through a lot of things, and this everyone knows, sometimes the people say the past can haunt us. People keep thinking about the past and the experiences they've had in the past. And it does affect their mentality, their mindset, the way they feel about themselves. And I'm afraid to say it's true. A lot of us, unfortunately, struggle to let go. It's a big thing, If especially failures and setbacks from the past, it can leave you feeling overwhelmed with self-doubt. So that's the second thing. The last thing I'm gonna mention about the causes of self-doubt is the fear of failure and fear of success. You have fear inside you. You don't have a strong enough belief in yourself. I don't know what to say, to be honest, but it's better if we believe in ourselves. There is no other person better than you. You can achieve whatever you want. You just have to believe in yourself. Put your mindset to it. Put your mindset to whatever you want. If you have low self-confidence levels, believe in yourself. I don't know, use affirmations. Just have a great, strong, positive mindset that will enable you to get rid of that fear. There's nothing in the world that you can't do. And just believe me, nothing is impossible. Nothing is impossible. So to overcome fear of failure or fear of success, you need to believe in yourself. Have a strong mindset. Now, that was the causes of self-doubt. Now, there are signs that that you are doubting yourself. As simple as you can't accept compliments from others and you can't give yourself credit. That's a big thing if you can't accept compliments. Second thing is you constantly seek reassurance. You don't have enough belief in yourself, so you always need someone there to assure you. On whatever you do. The third thing is you have low self-esteem, and that is kind of linked to feeling like you're never good enough. So these are the four signs that you are doubting yourself. Now, the important thing is in this episode is how can you overcome the fear and your self-doubt. As I've mentioned before, self-doubt is a big topic, but we're gonna summarize it here. The first thing is you need to practice self-compassion. Self-compassion is basically, you have to realize that self-doubt is that it holds you back. It holds yourself back, and it arises from the fear of making a mistake. But the thing is, mistakes is how we grow. Humans, there's no one in the world that doesn't make mistakes. It's just how we are. We make mistakes, we learn from them, and we improve ourselves. Look at yourself in the mirror and then just say 3 positive affirmations at the beginning of every day. That is something really good. It gets your mindset in a positive way. Just say, I am strong, I believe in myself. Whatever affirmation, you can Google some on the internet. There's dozens of positive affirmations on whatever area you want to work on your life. So self-compassion is very important. Now, the second thing is you need to think back to your past achievements. You might not have enough achievements. Well, you think you might not have enough achievements, but self-reflection is a fantastic tool. It reminds you of how capable you are of what you want to, of how you want to achieve things. You are capable. You just have to put the effort. You have to have a good, strong mindset, and you need to focus on the good. Forget about the bad things. Just focus on the good things and learn from your mistakes. That's a very important thing. Another important thing is you need to not compare yourself with others. I don't know how to say about this. Comparing yourself, it basically destroys you. Comparing yourself to others destroys you. You need to believe that everyone's life is different. The way you're living your life right now is different from the way your friend is living their life, or from your parents, wherever it might be. Instead of comparing yourself to others, you need to focus on yourself. Just focus on yourself, and I believe me, I've done this before. It is one of the best ways to stay happy and accomplish your dreams. Forget about everyone else in their room. Forget about everyone else. Just focus on yourself. Okay? I believe in you, and so should you believe in yourself. Now, the fourth thing is you need to spend more time with supportive people. There is no point of spending time with people exposing you to negative emotions, to negative feelings. It's always been negative environment. You need to select your people, have your circle of supportive people that will always encourage you to work hard on yourself, to have more confidence, to build your self-esteem, to encourage yourself, and to feel good, So these people will definitely help you throughout your journey. And remember, you are your biggest inner critic. No one holds us to a higher standard than ourselves. And definitely you wouldn't put down your mother for not being chosen for a job, or your sister for not receiving top marks on her school essay. So why would you do that to yourself? The important thing is to apologize to yourself, so you can heal and you move forward. That's a very important thing. Something I have tried before in the past is journaling. It is really, really effective. It's a way of in the morning, whenever you wake up, whenever you feel like you've got too much in your heart and you just don't want to talk to someone, don't want to speak to someone, get a pen and paper and just write everything you feel. Just let your mind flow. Just recall whatever you're thankful for, whatever you're grateful for, whatever you're proud of doing, or whatever you're proud of have done in the day. And the more frequently you practice loving yourself, the easier it gets. I highly, highly recommend you start journaling. I have done it for 2 years or so, but I've seen it affected my life and improved it in a much more positive way. You need to be skeptical of your thoughts, which means you are not your thoughts. You may be affected by something that happened in your day, and you need to be patient and committed. You realize what that thought is. Is it affecting me positively or negatively? Question it. You need to question. Unfortunately, negative thinking is a mental habit, and it consumes a lot of people, just negatively in that circle. As I have said, that is a very important thing. Self-talk is the most important. The way you talk to yourself, the way you see yourself. Because if you're not believing in yourself, who else would believe in you? You know what I mean? So have strong self-talk sessions every day, affirmations, journaling. Believe in yourself. Just believe you can do it. There is nothing holding you back than you. Okay? That's a very important thing. Now, I hope that would have helped you a bit at least in changing the way you feel about yourself, building your confidence levels. Okay? Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I would be grateful if you could leave us a review on wherever you listen to your podcast from, whether it's Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and Listen Notes. And we'd love it if you can show us your love and support by following us on Facebook and Instagram by typing MTZ Weekly Podcast, and on Twitter by typing MTZ Podcast. Right, in the next episode, we'll be talking about how you can learn to see the positive side despite everything. Stay tuned. Bye-bye.